Guys, we have reached another travel day. I cannot believe it. I think that our 3 months here in Ecuador have flown by. We've had a great time. It's been very relaxing and restful for us. We've been soaking in the sun and just really enjoying our time here. But it's time to go. So today is travel day. This travel day is actually going to be 2 days because we have a long layover in Panama before we reach our final destination of Mexico. So for this travel day, this is so different. I'm actually sitting on the couch in our room with my feet up because everything is done. Our flight doesn't leave until what time, Max? 6:30 almost.
Yeah.
6:30. As I told you before, the Manta airport is super small. So we know that like that process is going to be quick. So we're leaving our house at around 4 o'clock today. That's when our driver's coming. And then we're going to head to the airport and we have time. So all of our bags are packed. Well, yes, everything is packed. It's by the door. The kids are enjoying a rare opportunity to watch something on a random day. So they are watching some Daniel Tiger episodes sitting on the couch because all the toys, everything that they could want is already packed up. So we did that. So I'm going to insert some pictures here, but this morning I got my nails done at 9 o'clock. I think they came out so nice. I'm actually so sad to be leaving because this lady, I feel like she shapes my nails so nicely and it's really nice. Like I didn't get any designs while I was here, but just regular polish. I got my nails done 3 times since we've been here. So today was my last appointment. So while I was getting my nails done, Max and the kids went out to breakfast. So cute. They had a great time. Max got to have a balloon again, his last balloon for this trip. And then we all met at the mall. We planned to take the kids to the arcade because they've been loving the arcade. I have to insert some footage. They've been loving, they're like, there's a rock wall. And so they are really determined to get to the top. So they wanted to go one more time to see if they could get to the top. But it wasn't open. It said it opened at 11, but it never opened. We never got to go in. So we kind of wandered around the mall for a little bit. I grabbed a bite to eat there. We got some coffee. We just chilled out a little bit, hoping that the place would open, but it never opened. So then we came home and just pulled together the last little bits. We called the cleaning lady. She's been so great since we've been here. So we called her to see if she possibly wanted some, like, we had some food things. We tried to like really not end with a lot of leftovers, but you know, it's hard sometimes. So we had some things. So we called her and she came and she got them, which was great. Also, the kids had grown out of some clothes since we've been here. And so we were able to give that to her and we figured, and we had a couple of toys. So we just figured, you know, even if she doesn't need it, she probably can pass it on to somebody else who needs it. So we thought that was great. So now I'm just sitting here with my feet up, relaxing a little bit until it's go time. I think Max said he's going to take the bags down on his own, but I did volunteer to help. Told you guys we're on the 3rd floor. We have, I got a deal on our flights, so I was able to book us in business class for this trip. So that meant we got 2 bags each of 70 pounds without paying extra for them. So we thought, okay, that means that we might take less bags. So we were gonna check 8 bags, but 2 of our checked bags were going to be our carry-ons. We were just going to check them, and then we were going to keep 2 of our carry-ons with us. But we made a last-minute decision. We had all of our beach stuff, and because we had an extra suitcase, we're like, we might as well just bring it with us because I'm sure that we're going to be at the beach while we're in Mexico. Um, so we packed all of that into a suitcase. The suitcase weighs like nothing. But I just think it was probably good. We'll have all of that to start. We won't need to buy anything for the beach because the kids, we forgot. So we bought beach stuff here. Then we went to the beach and we forgot to bring the beach stuff with us. So then we bought again. I think we bought 2 times. So anyway, we have a lot of like beach buckets and shovels and all of that. So that's basically our extra bags. So right now we have a total of 11 bags. So I think that's the same amount of bags we've had. I really think after our next 3 months, the bags are going to thin out because I had like two 70-pound bags that were just filled with books, like school books and kids' toys. So I feel like the school books in the next 3 months will be done with our school. And so we'll be able to let those go. And that'll give us some more space. Some of our suitcases are breaking down a little bit. So we're going to have to think about, well, to me, the good thing is if we don't need all of the stuff, then when we go back to the US, we'll just go back with less suitcases and then we can refresh if we need to buy new ones. We've had a lot of our suitcases for a long time, so I don't feel bad about needing to let some of them go. So that's that.
And it's always completely clear downstairs, so just been aligning stuff up there. No, guys, we don't have time for that. I'm just taking the stuff down.
Excuse
and then we
me.
can just
Let's make believe I'm roofing. I wonder where we'll go.
All right, so I just came out. Max is getting these bags down the stairs. So we have 2 big ones here. That bag, 2 here. He's already gone down with 1. They're one of the guys was possibly going to help, but they're already gone for the day. So it's up to Max, and I'm gonna see if he wants me to help him. I was at least gonna put him out here.
yeah.
Do you want me to help walk him down? So let me do that part, and you just take him down the stairs. I never did like a tour of our house, so let me just kind of do a little. This is the living room area. We asked for a desk, so they brought us 2 pieces. So I kept one out here to use for school. This is the dining room. This space was really big. The kids covered this table, as you've seen in other videos. This is the kitchen. This counter came in handy. The rest of the kitchen. And then we had a laundry room. This was a washer dryer combo. I definitely have thoughts on it. It was good for some things, but the cycles took like 6 hours, almost 7. And then we had 3 bedrooms, and they each had their own bathroom. Now the beds are not made, but it was a lot more space than we had in Panama, so that definitely felt nice. Lots of closet space and all that. It is day 2 of travel day. I did not pick up the camera again yesterday, but we had a good flight. We got to our hotel and we just had dinner in the lobby, which ended up being perfect for us because it was so late and we had a quick turnaround. So we got to the hotel at like 9 o'clock and then we had to be back downstairs by 5 a.m. to get back to the airport for our flight. So I think I told you guys yesterday that I was able to find a business class flight for a good price. So that gave us access to the Copa Club. We're taking Copa Airlines. So we're in the Copa Club right now, and they had a family room. So that's where we are. Let me show you what it looks like. So the family room is not very big, but it's really just perfect for us. And there's no one else here right now, so that makes it even better for us. The kids are getting a little Disney in. Jackson is flipping around. It's great. We had a little breakfast. I don't even think I took a picture of it, but it was just more of like a continental breakfast. They did have some eggs, but I'm not really an egg person. Max ate eggs. He said that they were good. But the kids ate like toast and muffins and juice. Maddie and juice and yeah, so it's nice to chill a little bit. We have probably about 20 minutes before we need to head to our gate and get on this plane for the last leg of the trip.
And just like that, we officially made it to Mexico. Thankfully, the rest of our travel day went really smoothly. Our flight from Panama City went well, and we landed in Cancun, ready to start the next chapter of our journey. We had already arranged transportation from Cancun Airport to Playa del Carmen, and our driver actually offered to stop at the grocery store for us on the way. And y'all know I was prepared. I already had my grocery list ready to go, so we were able to stop, grab everything we needed, and show up at our new place with groceries in hand. That actually made such a difference because after 2 full travel days with kids, the last thing I wanted to do was figure out what everybody was going to eat once we got settled.
Y'all, we made it to our new place. Woo! Okay, so let me do a little debrief. We've been traveling for officially 6 months now. We stayed in, this is our 7th Airbnb since we've been traveling. Some of them have been bigger, nicer, they've varied. But our main place that we stayed in Peru was kind of small. The quarters were a little tight. So we were thinking our place in Ecuador, our main place in Ecuador, was really big. It was 3 bedrooms, but each bedroom had its own bathroom, and then we had a half bath. We had enough space for like this long 8-person table. There was also a bunch of open space and then like 2 couches in the living room. There was just a lot of space there. We really enjoyed it. The kids enjoyed spreading out, but we thought we were about to come back into cramped quarters. But guess what? It is not as cramped because it's a very open floor plan. So I'm standing in the kitchen right now. There is an island that you're sitting on, which has like the induction burner and like the sink and everything. Those are behind me. But other than that, the place is like long. So in front of me is a dining table, and then we have the couch, living room area, and then we have an outdoor balcony, which is, you know, it kind of adds more space to it. And then we have the bedrooms. The bedrooms are all a decent size. They're not as big as Ecuador, but they are not as small as Peru. So a win is a win, right? So we're here. We had a little trouble finding our driver because I booked it through Viator, and somehow he had the name Laura. It was maybe Conate, like it was like a C and an A. And so I see a man holding up this sign, but I don't think it's me because I'm looking for a K, and I didn't go right up to him. So, and then my internet stops working. So I trying to reach out, and all the other people, like the cab drivers and like people in the transportation area were like to offer help. They're like, oh, what's the name of the company? You know, they're trying to help. Anyway, he was there, so he got us loaded up, and he actually offered to take us to the grocery store. He's like, oh, do you want to stop at the grocery store? It's on the way. And so we were like, oh, we were thinking about going to Walmart. And he was like, this place is cheaper than Walmart. So we stopped at the grocery store. We did that first grocery. I'm still gonna have to do some tomorrow, but that is a lot off our plates. Now we're here. The kids immediately saw the pool, and they're like, we're having a pool party. We gotta go outside. We already have friends out there. So I don't know how much unpacking I'm gonna get done today, but I really would like to. I always like to just get us as settled in as possible because then it makes everything smooth and less messy because Right now, the kids want to go swimming. And if I just try to pull out their swimsuits, it's probably going to make a mess of the suitcases instead of just unpacking their stuff and all that. So I may do that. I did get some footage of us on the plane and everything, but the plane went so smooth. Being in business class for this flight was so comfortable. It also made getting off the plane easy because, of course, you get off the plane first and all that. So we are here in Mexico. And fun fact, I don't know if I already said this, but none of us have been to Mexico before. And for me, Mexico is my 20th country that I've visited. So excited about that milestone and just want to keep adding more countries onto that list. So thank you so much for coming along with us on another travel day. Can you believe it? We're on our third country since we started traveling again last year. But yeah, so we've got Peru down, Ecuador down, and now we're taking on Mexico. We are hoping to do some wonderful things while we're here. We really want to make sure that we explore as much as possible, and we're going to take you along as much as we can. If you haven't done so already, we'd love for you to subscribe to our channel. Click the notification bell so you never miss a new video, and we'll see you in the next one.